Have you ever gone for a walk, doing what everyone says is the best exercise, and still felt like your legs were dragging behind you? That heaviness, that dull ache, as if your body is working harder than it should just to keep you upright? You are not alone, and more importantly, it is not your fault. For years, people have believed that walking is the ultimate key to healthy aging, but there is a hidden truth that few ever talk about. Deep inside your lower leg lies a muscle that scientists now call your body's second heart. This muscle has an incredible job, pumping blood upward from your legs toward your heart, keeping circulation strong and energy flowing. But after 60, this muscle often goes quiet. When it does, walking, standing, and even simple balance start to feel more difficult than they should. Energy drops, swelling builds, and stability begins to fade. The good news is that this internal engine is not lost. It is still there, waiting to be reawakened. And today, I am going to show you exactly how to do it with 3 simple, safe movements that you can perform right at home. No equipment, no pressure, no gym, just your body, your breath, and a few minutes of focus. Each movement builds upon the one before it, and by the end, you will not only feel stronger but more alive from the ground up. So before we begin, drop your name and tell us where you are watching from in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. Now, let's get started. Exercise 1, seated heel raise. Wake up the second heart. This is where it all begins, and where something remarkable happens inside your body. You may not realize it, but there is a powerful muscle hidden deep within your lower leg that most people never think about. It's called the soleus, and scientists often refer to it as your body's second heart. Every time this small but mighty muscle contracts, it helps pump blood upward from your legs toward your heart, fighting against gravity and supporting healthy circulation. It quietly keeps your energy levels steady, reduces swelling, and maintains your balance throughout the day. Yet for many people over 60, this muscle goes quiet. It doesn't disappear or lose its ability, it simply falls asleep. That's why you can walk for miles and still feel your legs dragging behind you. Walking barely taps this muscle on the shoulder. What it really needs is a gentle wake-up call, and that's exactly what we're about to do. Here's why this simple move changes everything. When you activate your soleus, you're turning on one of the most important engines for your lower body. It's not about strength for show or fitness for performance. It's about re-establishing the body's internal rhythm, the constant pumping of blood that supports every step you take. When this muscle wakes up, your legs feel lighter, your energy improves, and your entire system begins to flow again. It's a quiet change that creates a deep ripple through your body. Here is how to do it. Sit tall in a sturdy chair, your feet flat on the floor, and your knees bent at a 90-degree angle. Rest your hands gently on top of your thighs, or if you prefer a little resistance, place 2 small water bottles over your knees. Keep the balls of your feet firmly pressed against the floor. Now slowly lift your heels as high as you comfortably can. As you rise, you should feel a gentle squeeze deep in the back of your lower legs. That's your soleus waking up. Hold that position for 1 to 2 seconds. Then lower your heels slowly and with control until they touch the floor again. Don't let them drop. The slower the motion, the more effectively you engage the muscle. Repeat this movement 10 to 15 times, once or twice a day. That's it. Just a few minutes that can quietly change the way your legs feel and function. Why does it work? Because every lift and every pause is more than a movement. It's a message to your brain. You're reminding your body that this muscle matters, that it has a job to do, and that it's time to rejoin the team. With consistency, circulation improves. Many people notice their legs no longer feel as heavy by afternoon. The swelling around the ankles begins to fade. Their energy picks up during the day, and they start to feel a stronger connection to the ground beneath them with each step. That's what makes this movement so powerful. It reconnects you with strength you might have thought was gone, but it was always there, waiting to be reawakened. Of course, safety comes first. This exercise is very gentle, but there are a few situations where you should be cautious. If you have a history of blood clots or deep vein thrombosis, severe varicose veins that cause pain, or any sudden sharp discomfort in your calves, it's best to talk with your doctor before starting. Listening to your body is key. These movements should feel light, controlled, and supportive, never forced. Think of this as a quiet revolution in your chair. In just 2 minutes, you've reactivated a muscle that works tirelessly for you, often without recognition. It's the foundation of your stability, your circulation, and your vitality. From this simple movement, you're building upward, toward balance, confidence, and control. Never underestimate what a small, intentional action can do. Sometimes the most powerful transformations begin in stillness, in moments when you simply choose to move with awareness. Your second heart is awake now. Let's keep it going. Exercise 2. Standing calf raise. From gravity to power. There's a quiet moment that reveals more about your body than any blood test or mirror ever could. It's that instant when you rise from a chair and feel just a little unsure on your feet, or when you take your first step and notice a faint wobble that didn't used to be there. Maybe you pause before walking. Maybe you instinctively reach for the wall or the edge of a table. You tell yourself it's just age, but deep down you wonder, is this how it's going to be from now on? The truth is, it doesn't have to be. The sense of unsteadiness that so many people feel after 60 isn't a sign of weakness or failure. It's a signal that your body's balance system has gone a bit quiet. Muscles, joints, and nerves that once worked together like a well-tuned orchestra start to lose communication. The good news is, you can rebuild that harmony, one simple movement at a time. This next exercise teaches your body to find its center again, to push back against gravity, and to rediscover that quiet confidence you once had every time you stood tall. Here is how to do it. Stand facing a sturdy surface, like your kitchen countertop or a heavy chair that won't move. Place both hands lightly on it, not to lean on, but just enough to feel supported. Keep your feet hip-width apart, your toes pointing straight forward. Shift your weight slightly toward the balls of your feet, as if your heels are ready to rise. Now slowly lift both heels as high as you comfortably can, feeling your calf muscles engage as they support your full body weight. Pause at the top for a moment, feel that gentle tension, and notice how your entire body becomes more alert and connected. Then lower your heels back to the ground with full control, as if you're setting something delicate down. Avoid dropping them suddenly. The strength comes from the slow return. Repeat this movement 10 to 15 times. Do it twice a day, once in the morning to wake your legs up, and once in the evening to ease swelling and reset your balance. These few minutes are an investment in how you move, how you stand, and how confidently you carry yourself through the day. Why does it work? Because this movement does more than build muscle, it retrains your body's communication network. When you rise onto your toes, you activate not just the soleus, but also the gastrocnemius, the two powerful engines that make up your calf. Together, they pump blood from your feet back toward your heart, improving circulation and reducing that heavy, sluggish feeling in your legs. But the real magic happens in your nervous system. Each slow lift and descent strengthens something called proprioception, the body's ability to sense where it is in space. That's what allows you to stand on one foot without falling, to climb stairs without hesitation, or to walk over uneven ground with confidence. By practicing this simple move, you're teaching your ankles, knees, and hips to communicate again, to respond automatically, and to keep you steady without conscious effort. Walking alone doesn't provide this depth of training. This movement works the entire range, building strength that is not only visible but deeply functional. It's how you transform balance from a fragile state into something automatic and reliable. Of course, if you've recently had surgery on your feet or ankles, experienced dizziness when standing, or have severe balance challenges, be cautious. Keep one foot on the ground or use extra support until you feel ready. The goal isn't perfection, it's safety and progress. Listen to your body, let it adapt at its own pace, and never rush through the motion. Think of this movement as your declaration of independence from fragility. Every time you rise onto your toes, you're reminding your body that you are still capable, still powerful, still in command of how you move through the world. You are rebuilding micro-control and macro-confidence, teaching your body to trust itself again. With each deliberate lift, you are saying, I am not fragile, I am grounded, I am strong. The simple act of lifting your heels becomes a conversation between your body and your mind, a reminder that balance is not lost, it's simply waiting to be reawakened. And now that you've reclaimed that foundation, you're ready to take it one step deeper, where the real secret to lifelong stability lies. Exercise 3. Bent knee calf raise, single leg, unlock the deep engine. There is a small but powerful muscle hidden deep in your lower leg that quietly determines how stable and confident you feel every time you stand, step, or move through the world. You might not notice it, but this deep engine called the soleus is the difference between feeling secure on your feet and feeling that slight hesitation when you shift your weight or balance on one leg. Think about those everyday moments that test your stability, like standing on one foot to pull on a sock, stepping onto a curb, or reaching up to grab something from a high shelf. These are the times when your body decides whether it will stay upright or start to wobble, and that decision happens deep inside your lower leg. The soleus is not the flashy outer calf muscle that gives shape to your legs. It is the quiet powerhouse underneath, built for endurance, stability, and control. It is what allows you to move with confidence even when life challenges your balance. Over the years, this muscle can fade into the background, especially when we spend more time sitting or walking on flat, predictable surfaces, but it is still there waiting to be reawakened. This next movement teaches it to fire up again, to take charge of your balance, and to carry you with quiet strength. Here is how to do it. Stand behind a sturdy chair or kitchen countertop, holding it lightly for balance but not to lean on. Shift your weight onto your right leg and lift your left foot just an inch or two off the floor behind you. Now slightly bend your right knee, just a soft, athletic bend, not a squat. From this position, slowly lift your right heel as high as you comfortably can. Pause at the top and feel that deep activation near your ankle, not just in the surface of your calf. That is your soleus working. Hold for 1 to 2 seconds, then lower your heel back down slowly and with control until it touches the ground. Repeat this movement 8 to 12 times, then switch sides and do the same with your left leg. The key is to keep your knees slightly bent the entire time. This small adjustment shifts the effort away from the outer calf muscle, the gastrocnemius, and places it squarely on the deeper soleus. Move slowly, breathe naturally, and focus on control rather than speed. This exercise is most effective when done with intention and awareness. Why does this move change everything? Because when your knee is bent, your body naturally turns off the outer calf and forces the deep soleus to take over. That is important because the soleus is not designed for sprinting or jumping. It is built for endurance, balance, and postural support. It is filled with slow twitch muscle fibers that resist fatigue and provide stability hour after hour. When this muscle is strong and awake, it helps align your ankles, knees, and hips, keeping your movements smooth and coordinated. Most people over 60 have a dormant soleus. It is not weak, it is just forgotten. This movement reminds your nervous system that the muscle is still there, still powerful, and still capable of holding you steady. It reprograms your balance system, teaching your body to rely on muscle intelligence instead of momentum. The result is smarter strength, the kind that keeps you steady when you reach, turn, or step unexpectedly. It is the difference between moving cautiously and moving confidently. If you have had ankle or Achilles tendon surgery, severe balance problems, or sharp pain when bending your knees, take it slow or keep both feet on the floor for extra support. Safety always comes first. The goal is not to push harder, it is to move with purpose and control. Over time, even gentle repetitions build deep strength and stability that lasts. Think of this exercise as your transition from wobble to wisdom. With each slow lift, you are not just working a muscle, you are awakening a system that has been quietly supporting you since childhood. The soleus is your hidden stabilizer, your anchor when life gets unsteady. As you practice this movement, you will begin to notice subtle shifts, a stronger stance, a smoother step, a renewed sense of confidence when you stand or move. It is not about chasing performance. It is about reclaiming connection. You are teaching your body to trust itself again. What begins as a simple heel lift becomes a conversation between your mind and your muscles, a reminder that balance, control, and strength are not lost with age. They are simply waiting to be rediscovered. And as your deep engine comes alive, so does your independence, one steady step at a time. You just reclaimed something powerful. What you did today goes far beyond 3 simple exercises. You reawakened a part of your body that most people never even know exists. A quiet muscle that pumps blood, supports posture, and protects your balance every single day. This isn't just about strength. It's about freedom, control, and the confidence to move through life with purpose. And this is only the beginning, because next comes the part where we bring it all together. The seated movement that woke up your circulation, the standing lift that taught your body to rise with control, and the deep activation that reconnected your balance system now work as one complete foundation. Together they create a powerful flow of strength from the ground up, teaching your body to move as a unified system again. You didn't need a gym, you didn't need equipment, and you didn't need to push yourself to exhaustion. You simply needed your breath, your focus, and your willingness to move with intention. These 3 exercises have become more than just movements. They've become a personal ritual, a daily reminder that you still have control, you still have strength, and you choose to support yourself from the ground up. So if you felt even a small shift today, if your legs feel lighter, your balance steadier, or your energy a little stronger, take a moment to celebrate that. Leave a comment below and write, "Second heart activated." Let's build a community around action, not age. Around capability, not limitation. Because what you've started here isn't about doing more, it's about doing smarter. You're not losing power, you're learning how to use it differently, and that changes everything.